According to the International Monetary Fund, Qatar's gross domestic product, Capita, calculated on a purchasing power parity, is equal to almost $139,000. Just for a comparison, the closest countries in the Middle East are the United Arab Emirates and Kuwait, with a gross domestic product per capita calculated again on a purchasing power parity of approximately $70,000 each. Saudi Arabia's one is just a little bit lower than $57,000. Before we explain how Qatar has achieved such an extraordinary gross domestic product per capita, it could be useful to provide certain geographical and historical facts. Geographically, Qatar is a fairly small country with a tiny area. The country, shaped as a peninsula protruding into the Persian Gulf, only occupies a little bit more than 11 square kilometres, which is the size of Los Angeles County, or 1/20th of the United Kingdom. For centuries, Qatar did not attract much attention. It was a deserted area, poorly inhabited, which mainly was forced to follow the destiny of other Arab countries, such as Saudi Arabia, Oman and Kuwait. First colonised by the Portuguese, Qatar decided to join the Ottomans, and not to be submitted to the Portuguese Empire any longer in 1550. In the 18th century, Qatar reached its recognition as semi-independent geographical entity, and the House of Thani was established as the first ruler of the area, which now includes modern Qatar. After a brief war against Bahrain, Qatar fell once again under the Ottoman Empire's rule in order to seek protection from other aggressive neighbours. It was in 1916, during the First World War, that Qatar became a British colony when the Ottomans retreated and the British took control of Doha, Qatar's capital. As a British colony, Qatar was reserved a special treatment from the United Kingdom, military protection and domestic autonomy. This bland control over Qatar from the British Empire was a great agreement for Qatar, since it could rely on the military protection of the British Empire and at the same time rule independently the country according to their own culture and beliefs without being exploited commercially. In 1971, Qatar and the United Kingdom reached a treaty by which Qatar was fully independent, maintaining strong ties with the Western countries. In 1991, Qatar played an important role in supporting certain NATO countries allowing to enter airspace and its territory during the First Iraqi War, cementing political ties with Western powers such as France, England and the United States. 1995 represented a milestone and a crucial year for Qatar when a bloodless coup d'etat occurred. While in Switzerland, Khalifa bin Hamad was deposed by his son Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani with the support of the Qatari army and the same royal family. As mentioned, not a single bullet has been shot and not a single drop of blood has been spilled. Hamad bin Khalifa, the new ruler of Qatar, commenced a series of reforms in order to modernise the country from different perspectives. Hamad bin Khalifa obtained the greatest successes in the economic sectors. First of all, he had the intuition that the key to success for Qatar was strictly related to the immense gas reserves underneath its territory. As a result, Qatar government invested an enormous amount of money in the liquified natural gas technology, developing world-class infrastructures in terms of quality and quantity. Qatar Gas and Ras Gas were the two state-owned enterprises involved in the process of producing, distributing and exporting this natural resource. Within a few years, the production of LNG or liquefied natural gas rose sharply and Qatar became a major exporting player in the international gas market. After the merger between Qatar Gas and Ras Gas in 2018, operations have been fine-tuned even more, and in 2019, Qatar topped the rank as the largest LNG exporter in the world, with a stunning 107 billion cubic metres of natural gas exported. An outstanding success considering how small the country is. Moreover, another fabulous achievement was the establishment of the Qatar Investment Authority, a sovereign wealth fund to manage the proceeds arising from the sales of the country's oil and natural gas in 2005, which allowed the country to diversify away from the gas business. The whole world discovered Qatar thanks to the natural gas exports, but Qatar Investment Authority, which invests billions of United States dollars in other countries' economies every year, made Qatar relevant to other people's economies. The QIA is one of the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world, which is even more striking if you compare it to the size of the country, which is very limited. Since its inception in 2005, Qatar Investment Authority has accomplished an outstanding number of investments, acquiring luxury properties, relevant stakes in multinationals, and other assets worldwide. In 2008, Qatar Investment Authority purchased a stake in Barclays Bank, and nowadays owns 12.7% of shares of the English bank. In the automaker sector, Qatar Investment Authority owns in excess of 14% of Volkswagen Group, the largest car manufacturer in the world, and owner of top brands such as Audi, Lamborghini, Bugatti, Bentleys, and of course the Volkswagen brand itself. The investment portfolio includes Sainsbury's, the second largest supermarket chain in the United Kingdom, as well as Harrods Group, which owns the famous department store in London. Other than Germany and the United Kingdom, Qatar Investment Authority has invested massively also in France. The French government has identified the Qatar Investment Authority as a long-term strategic partner and conducted multiple co-investments in strategic French assets. Total, the French oil and gas company, GDF Suez, electric utility company, Veolia, a leading company in the waste management and energy services, Vivendi, a mass media conglomerate, France Telecom, French telecommunications company, and Arriva, a company specialised in nuclear power, are some of the companies which Qatar Investment Authority has acquired a stake of. And that's the end of part 1. We hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next week. In the meantime, please comment, like, subscribe below, and turn on your alerts. We'll see you soon.